What's up guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing super great. And today we have a comparison video. Why? Because I'm privileged of having the opportunity to get my hands on both a James Tyler guitar made in the US and a JTG, which is made in China. And I want to compare both guitars. Obviously they're both very different from each other in terms of sounds, in terms of, a bit of playability is a little bit different, of course. But I decided, hey, let's just make a comparison and see if you guys like it. All right, so why did I decide to do this, comparison? Because I got the Studio Elite guitar not too long ago from James Tyler, and I just really fell in love with those guitars. And I felt like, you know, if I have that main guitar, it would be really cool to also have the Chinese made JTG guitar to, you know, have both flavors. And I do have 2 studios, so it would have been super convenient for me to have one here in my home studio and have the other one at the other studio. I don't know about you guys, but I do love comparison videos. I'm not sure why, but I'm obsessed with them, you know, just listening to each guitar and like pointing what stuff I like about one and, you know, and then the other. I think is super fun. All right, so what's the difference, you might ask? There's a lot of different things about these guitars. This one, which is the one that's made here in the US, in Los Angeles, this one is a custom Studio Elite that I made with the guys at James Tyler. And this one is the one that's called Skull Schmear is the name of this one. And this one obviously has the Super in the bridge pickup. And then it has the JS 5500s, but like the canceling coils. So it has like an underneath coil on the pick guard. And it has all these, what they call LA switches, which this one doesn't. This one just gives me a lot of more versatility. And, you know, in terms of like the color of the hardware, obviously they're both kind of the same, gold hardware. The difference on this one is that like this one has roasted maple on the neck, and then this one is just like a regular courtesan maple, I believe, or maple, I can't remember. And yeah, in terms of playability, they play pretty much alike. I mean, but like obviously the one made in the US is definitely there's a lot more details that go into this guitar, obviously, but this one, for the price range, it's an absolute beast, right? It has what I love most about James Taylor guitars, which is the preamp. I love that with these kind of guitars that have the preamp, you can have that neck pickup sounding like a single coil, while at the same time, you know, if you crank up that mid boost, you can make it sound kind of like a humbucker on the neck as well. So it makes it really, really nice to play in terms of, you know, any genres that you want to play with. And it just does the job pretty well. The difference, you know, obviously, as you can hear, they sound a bit different, of course. You know, I feel like the US made one, it just sounds a little bit more clear, a little bit more round. While this one, it sounds pretty great. The JTG sounds pretty great, but it definitely sounds a bit different. It can sound a little bit thinner on the single coil side, but it's nothing that you can't really compensate, especially with the mid boost preamp. So yeah, that's kind of the difference between them. You know, this one, the JTG has like what they call also the super, but you know, made overseas, and the 5500s are kind of, you know, like the same vibe as the US, but you could hear they sound different. The playability and everything is just great with both of the guitars, and I feel like they're just, you know, an amazing tool for me to use in the studio. All right, so to tell you a little bit about the story of JTG, especially, you know, the James Taylor guitars made in China. So these guitars were developed a few years ago, I think around probably like 2020, 2021. They had a good idea of, you know, let's make it a little bit more affordable for all the cats that want to get into the Taylor sound, but obviously don't want to break your bank, right, with it, because they, you know, they can definitely be expensive, and not everybody can obviously afford it. So, you know, a good way to get into James Taylor guitars, I feel like it's, you know, going through that, you know, JTG route. And for me, having the Studio Elite guitar, which is, you know, it was made here in Los Angeles, and I had the opportunity to be with Rich and to be, you know, to go to the factory and experience how they do it. And I really fell in love with, you know, the guitar, and then the brand. And then obviously trying the JTG as well, I was like, you know, it was a no-brainer for me. guys, I hope you guys liked this video, and please make sure to like, subscribe if you like the content, and I'll make sure to keep making more and more videos for you guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought, which one did you guys prefer, and yeah, please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.